Okay, folks, I'm not going to talk. Let's see if we can carry this process without without talking quite so much. Except look at that. So got issues with, just it's functional what I'm doing, but I want it to be a little more than functional. But you know what? We are really coming around to finishing. Because we could, if you envision when you work on a piece, and I'm going to sign it, but it's kind of like the one I did last week, which the point being, okay, let's take that up. The point that I'm making about signing is that to varying different degrees, you can really sign something and then keep working on it by painting out the signature. I kind of have this like unwritten rule that I try to go by, that once I sign it, it's finished. But then again, the signature can be incorporated in the design to such an extent. As a matter of fact, before we sign off, let's do a little more with that signature. And then all of a sudden it gets I've had it where it gets so intense working the signature in that you lose the signature again, and then you have to re-sign it later, and it just becomes a part of the process, which is kind of what I was working towards and kind of not. It's just something that I reserve the right to, maybe do that. Okay, so here's our palette once again, and we are reconstituting, so some of this is a little slow to mix because it dried out since my last work session, which was over a half hour ago. And here we go. Anyway, here we go. Sometimes, though, I have had a great art teacher, actually, who was also my landlord, wishes to remain anonymous, who once said, you know what, and it was a very good piece of advice. He said, don't work on it too much because you have a tendency. He was speaking to me individually, specifically. He said, Joel, you have a tendency to overwork something, and then all of a sudden you mess it up. Which I guess I said, oh, I didn't know I'd do that. Good. That it kind of gave me a gauge on when to stop working on something. To be continued, we're talking about May 3rd, and we're talking about the year being 2025.